What's going on, guys? Back at it again, another video. Hit the subscribe button, like, comment, and share, and all that good stuff. And in this video, I'm going to tell you guys what is BOLC and how you guys can request BOLC dates so you guys can have mental issues when you guys get sent off to BOLC. So stay tuned for more. So what is BOLC? BOLC is equivalent, if you're enlisted watching this or you don't know, it's like the officer version of AIT. AIT, in a sense, is just pretty much just teaching you how to do your job. So once you finish doing OCS or ROTC or whatever, you're technically going to be not MOS qualified. So certain things you can't do. So if you got AT, you can't go to the range. I mean, you can go to the range, but you can't shoot. You can't do certain tasks that you're not qualified for. You can't even deploy out technically. Let's say in war zone, then it won't even matter. But overall, you're very restricted on certain things that you can and you can't do while you're in BOLC. I mean, before you go to BOLC. So whatever branch you're in, so say you're in infantry, you'll have a set amount of time to go to BOLC. So BOLC could be like 16, 18, 20 weeks. Different branches have different time frames. I'm AG BOLC, so my BOLC is 12 weeks long. Some people are 16, and they all gonna be in different areas. So it's gonna be a signing period. You're gonna get, this is me speaking from me not being there yet, but it's kind of this overview of what BOLC is. So pretty much it's gonna be a little, hopefully less restrictive. You got more freedoms as opposed to going OCS. I'm not sure about how ROTC was, well, having POVs. You're actually official lieutenant now, so it's not like, okay, hey man, I'm an E4, having struggling to get my the E5 or something like that. You're gonna be an actual second lieutenant, officially ranked, commissioned officer. Congratulations to you at this point. So, how to request BOLC dates? So, it's steps to it. So, when you go to OCS, I heard ROTC a little different, but I'm speaking more OCS. I'm sorry. The biggest issue you're gonna have is making sure your rank is gonna be good to go. So you're gonna, when during OCS, they're gonna tell you about your getting your rank changed from E4 to E5, or if you're already enlisted, or if you're already like prior service or whatever your rank is. The biggest issue that a lot of people have, including like for most newly commissioned officers that are, I'm speaking on the reserves and National Guard side, is getting your rank structure up to date. That can take sometimes like 2 months, 3 months to get that squared away. I graduated in May. I didn't get my rank changed for like 2 months, 2-3 months, and then I had to the point where I couldn't go. I had AT. They told me I couldn't do AT because I was still considered a E4. So I wasn't technically, I was enlisted. I can't be an enlisted rank doing officer duties. So they literally I was literally there, came a day early, and they sent me home for a week, and then they ended up fixing. I ended up going, finish up, and doing the rest of AIT for like 1 week and stuff like that. So that was an experience in itself. But while you're doing that, I would say make sure that when you in OCS, which is probably gonna be hard to do, make sure you get that rank change. Try to get that rank change the best of your ability. Get all the documents so you can push that paperwork through to your S1s and stuff like that. So because that's gonna be the problem, because you can't do anything unless you get your rank changed from to second lieutenant status. Like you have to have a form, a commissioning form that says I am a second lieutenant. Bam, commissioned officer. It's like, I think it's a DA 71 or something like that. And you got another form, session orders on top of that as well too, saying that hey, I'm a lieutenant. And another way to check is gonna be on your I-perms as well too. So it'll say like, hey, you're still an E4, you're a second lieutenant, and etc. So that's something that you need to know. Here's also too, that in the meantime of getting your rank changed, you need to find out from your unit the set of your DTS. So with a DTS, is pretty much your defense travel, how you're gonna travel and get like reimbursements, whether entitlements or vouchers and stuff like that for mileage, and also in other stuff like forms of traveling as well too. They really want that to happen. I'm not sure all branches are like that, but I know for a fact AG is like this, where you have to have that in a GTC card, which is a government travel card. You have to have that already processed or applied for. You don't necessarily, I'm not saying you should use it because it's highly recommended not to use it, but you need to be applied. You gotta have that already applied before you even push your order dates on top of that. With the DTS, was difficult on my end because I couldn't do it for myself. Reason being, the unit that I am in is relatively new, so you can't really find the organization. So you can't just make your profile. You have to have it coded, like not coded. I'm using the wrong verbiage. Integrated with your unit. So have organization, all that stuff like that. Use it. So if you don't have that information, you can't apply for BOLC until you get that taken care of. So you gotta find. So when you go to your unit, find out who runs DTS. How to, the documents I need to complete the form so I can apply for my GTS, because you got to not only do your apply for your GTS, you have to do a lot of some training classes to apply for your GTS. But you can't go into your GTS courses to get qualified to apply for GTS until you get your DTS thing set up. I know that sounds like a lot, but I'm gonna say it real slowly. Gotta get DTS integrated for your unit, like have the organization number and everything on there before you get to do the classes, the trainings, to be able to qualify to do your GTC and get approved. So it's all in that step. So you can do that at the same time. Find out who does it, and also like come at them in a certain way, because a lot of NCO, especially if you're a new lieutenant, I didn't have this experience, but some people had it worse than me, where they won't even, you come off in a certain way, they probably won't even respond to you. They probably won't even help you out and stuff like that. Like some NCOs can be real grimy, some can be real cool. It just depends on what unit you in. So just come at them very professional, like hey, and be concise, straight to the point. Hey, I'm a newly graduated lieutenant. I was informed that I had to make my own request for BOLC, and in order to do that, I need to get my DTS profile set up. I was wondering, are you the person that can help set up my DTS? I'll greatly appreciate it. Blah 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 blah. So you gotta say and stuff like that, and then just follow up with them. Be in touch with the commander. Tell them like whatever going on. Good to go. After you get the DTS stuff set up, this is where you get the fun. This is where the fun stuff begins. So you will try to get in touch with your career coach, career manager, whatever it's called, manager coach, whatever. So just reach out to him, say I'm a newly commissioned officer, whatever. I just need the guidance to how to apply for BOLC, and they're gonna give you like specific verbiage on how to to submit the request. So it can be like, because everybody in different branches is gonna be a little different, you know what I'm saying? So in mine, you gotta say a certain verbiage like, hey, I'm going for AG BOLC. I got the guidance right here. I can exactly what they say right here. Let me find it real quick. Give me a few seconds. Okay. All right. So for example, like okay, so one step, what you do, you'll go to IPPSA, IPPSA, and you'll go to personal actions. This is how you do the whole process, right? So you go to personal actions. You will go in and create a personal action. You'll put actions, and then you'll go to admin records. So it's going to be corrections, and then you put the reason will be other. And what you do is you'll scroll down. You'll see a spot where it says like hard data. You'll put other. It's going to say other type, and then you're going to put whatever verbiage he asked you to do. More like it's going to be like BOLC requests or something like that. Or in whatever numbers you want to attach that, or you can just put BOLC requests on there. And then when it goes to like more information, depending on what your S1 says, you can literally just put like enrollment into .BOLC date. So if you I-BOLC, put I-BOLC. If you're S-BOLC, S-BOLC, or whatever, AG BOLC, whatever. Save the documents. You're gonna have to submit some attachment forms on there. So you gotta make sure you have your DTS screenshot of it. You're showing that you applied for GTC, other documents like your session orders, a DA 487. Definitely need that. And make sure that you give out both the pages, because it's 2 pages on there. One of the pages have nothing to do with you. I had an issue with that because I got my request returned because I had the first page, but I didn't have the second page attached to it because I was getting stuff signed. So make sure you have both pages on there, and the captain will sign it and whatever like that. Only reason I like doing the request, and then oh yeah, I forgot, yeah. And then whatever document that you need to show that you're official lieutenant, or whatever complication that you having, because some could be like, I just went to a different unit. So a situation like, say for instance, you was MP or you was Signal, but then you moved over to this branch, and then it's still showing the system that this is your unit, still in that unit. Show the documentation that, hey, I'm officially switched over from that unit to this unit. Whatever documents you need for that, I don't know what you need for that, but it's documents that you can showcase that, hey, I'm officially in this said unit and stuff like that. Good thing about what I was saying, good thing about when you go to IPSE and look at, you can see the progress on where it's at in the chain. So in my case, I had an S1 and I had another sergeant having to sign stuff off. So I had to make sure that it was good for me to keep tracking, like, hey, I need this sign. Hey, can you sign this? Sign this. So I was following up with my S1 stuff like that. They finally got a sign. Hey, Commander, need to sign this. Hey, Commander, hey. They just push it through. Can you sign this? Okay, cool. And then things get pushed out. Typically, when you do your dates, depending on like what time the class is, NCO, if you're NCO and you have the ability to go on what site it was, if you had the chance to go, I think you can get access to this. I think it was ATRRS, and that's for NCOs. They say that you can look at the classes when they start, but I don't think that might be the case for officers, but I don't know. But they said that you can go on there, look at the course catalog, and see when the classes start and stuff like that. I think that's NCO people that can see that, because when I looked on there, it just said NCO stuff. But if you can get on there as an officer or a commissioned officer, then go on there and see if you can see when the classes start. But you can talk to your career manager and say, hey, what classes do they have available? Depending on how y'all relationship, he might see your screenshot like, hey, we got these slots in right here. You can accept it. It doesn't hurt to ask. It doesn't hurt to ask. Worst they gonna say, they just not gonna respond or something like that. But at least like ask. So it'll typically take the whole process took like a month or so, some change, because they gotta get pushed to HRC. They gotta find a class slot, blah blah blah. And I'm a reservist, so it's limited slots far, especially in the AG department, stuff like that. Once you get approved, you'll get like an email saying like a enrollment email, have like the sergeant, that point of contact. Also, you'll get your orders cut to you probably like within that week or so like that. I have my orders. Then you can start doing your DTS stuff, like for your mileage, checking in, seeing the hotel. Hopefully, unlike my DTS, hopefully, unlike y'all's, you'll get a welcome letter of like the packing list, the orders, stuff like that. If not, probably ask another lieutenant that already did BOLC recently, and they might can send you their packing list and stuff like that. That'll be helpful. But just try to ask them like, where can I get it updated? Check it out, see if you can find it. Because on AG, for example, you can't. The biggest issue I'm having right now, currently, it is nowhere I can access the packing list, because the website of AG, at the time that I'm doing this video at right now, the packing list is removed from the AG website. So it's not showing no packing list or no information, no nothing. So I just email one of the people, and hopefully they get back to me before I go to BOLC, which will be within the next week or something like that. So overall, it's gonna be it's gonna be fun for you guys to do BOLC, get that experience in. I would highly recommend like looking at videos on YouTube, like you're doing right now, watching this video of like your exact BOLC, like recent ones, and just kind of get an idea of what to expect while you're there. Make sure you have all your travel combinations, your documentations that you need, where you need like your uniform allowance, you need a uniform allowance, your leases, your IDs, your paperwork, your orders, anything that you can get money off of or that can hinder you. Bring your bank statement, bring your ID, birth certificate, bring everything, because you want to make sure that you minimize all medical records and stuff like that. Make sure that you can minimize immunization shots, all that stuff, so you have little issues when you're there, because a very common problem is getting your payment delayed. So I'll make sure I have everything that I need when I show up there, so I don't have to worry about nothing. So let me know what you guys think about requesting your dates. Was that kind of complicated? If you want me to get more clarification on how to get BOLC dates and whatever, you can comment below. You can hit me up on social media, whatever. Hit me on Snapchat or whatever like that. I got it on the bottom of the description. You can check that out. Or I'm gonna have other BOLC content coming up soon when I go to BOLC, so you get a first-hand experience of this AG BOLC. and it'll probably be in the same, not the same exact material, but you get an idea on like the feel of like the environment. Everything gonna be a little subjective, but you'll at least get an idea like what's up and stuff like that. If you're AG BOLC, follow along. I'm gonna give you documentation on it. So let me know what you guys think. Hit the subscribe button, and I'm out. Gone.